Well, it's football season now, kids, ready or not, or maybe we should say believe it or not. But right outside the Ford Center at the Star today, there the Cowboys were with their actual first football practice of training camp. And this is Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford. Brad Sham, Mickey Spagnola. Mick, still kind of a walk-through pace, but we actually saw football players lining up in positions, and it kind of gives you a little bit of hope that maybe the season can be played.
You know what? I absolutely agree with you, and it's been a long time coming. I wasn't sure we were going to get to us, but I'm very grateful we finally got here to watch some semblance of football. And I think we owe it to everybody to point out that basically what they did today was like the first OTA practice. It's helmets, jersey, shorts, very, very limited, if any, contact, and probably going about 3/4 speed. So I would just want to qualify that if anybody gets started about interceptions or great catches or whatever else was going on. It was football as we know it in April and May, not usually in August.
And there was one of each. Donovan Wilson had an interception, and C.D. Lamb had a one-handed catch at 3/4 speed with no contact. But it was the first practice under Mike McCarthy as the head coach of the Cowboys. So a fair question for veteran defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence. What was the energy like?
Oh, man, it was great. Just being able to, see new aspects of the team, being around new teammates, and learning new fundamentals. So overall, I feel like the practice, the energy, and us coming back together was all great today.
Mick, there was one thing that we've never seen before, and this is a Mike McCarthy habit, but the quarterbacks wear red do not touch jerseys in practice.
Yeah, when I first saw that and somebody asked me about it, when's the last time you remember seeing that? And I said, well, I don't know, maybe Landry let them put on, and they weren't jerseys. Everson Walls told me they were vests that they put on. But when I saw that, I said, so he's protecting the quarterbacks. I said, I wonder if the red jersey protects the quarterbacks against COVID-19.
I don't think so, but one thing that they hope will is cooling tents on the side of the practice field. And we're going to talk about that and show you a picture of it when we come back on Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford.
Inside Cowboys Training Camp, presented by Ford, is brought to you by AT&T. Sleep Number. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps everyone from parents to pros improve their performance through quality sleep. Only at a Sleep Number store. And by Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. This segment is brought to you by Sleep Number. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps everyone from parents to pros improve their performance through quality sleep. Only at a Sleep Number store.
Welcome back to Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford. Brad Sham, Mickey Spagnola. As Mickey mentioned in our opening segment, today's first practice was at 3/4 OTA speed and no shoulder pads. That doesn't happen until Monday. But, Mick, they do line up offense and defense, and so we saw Joe Looney line up as the first-team center today. Now, of course, Joe Looney wound up being the first-team center 2 years ago when Travis Frederick came down with Guillain-Barré syndrome, but that's not how it started at camp. So, Joe, this is the first time since then that you're lining up as the first-team center. Was it any different?
No, you know how I prepare. I take this opportunity, and it's a great opportunity for me to get in there and show what I got. But I'm so thankful for all the things I've learned over the years from coaches, from Travis, and preparing me for this point in my life. And I look at it as it's such a blessing to be here and just be a part of this ball club. And I'm just going to take full advantage of it and see what God has in store for me.
So, Brad, I don't think it was any surprise that Joe Looney, after starting at center in 2018 when Travis Frederick was out, like you said, worked with the first team at center right off the bat. You know, coaches like experience. Coaches like to know what guys can and can't do. So, from a experience standpoint, he's really the only guy that's got NFL experience playing at center. And I thought it was pretty interesting. You mentioned the cooling tent. There was 4 of them, and it sure looked like, from our aspect, they were air conditioned. So I understand there were some treats in there, Joe Looney.
Yeah, so they got popsicles in there. They got water, Gatorade, and you're basically just sitting down, and the whole premise of it is to try to take down your core temperature and whatnot. I'm a big guy with a bunch of hair, so I need it. I'm in there dumping water on my head, and I think it's wonderful. Just like I said, practicing in Texas, presents a different challenge for us, and just getting used to the heat and whatnot. And I think it's an amazing technique that we can go in there, grab a popsicle, cool down, and then head back out to practice and hit it real hard.
Yeah, and Joe says the thing he likes about the popsicles is they're the old-fashioned kind that break in half, and in case you wonder, he's partial to the blueberry, and guys are always asking him in the huddle, why is your tongue blue? And that's the reason. We'll talk a little bit more about the first Cowboys practice of the summer when we come back on Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford.
This segment was brought to you by Sleep Number. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps everyone from parents to pros improve their performance through quality sleep. Only at a Sleep Number store.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford. First practice on the field today for the Cowboys, the OTA-style walkthrough practice, but everybody is still trying to get a handle on new Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy, except for new Cowboys safety Clinton Dix, who McCarthy drafted into the league. He played for McCarthy in Green Bay for several years. So, what would be your scouting report on Mike McCarthy?
I mean, he's a players coach. He loves his players. He's about taking care of his players and making sure we're ready to play on game day. I think that's very important. Man, he's very hands-on with us, man. If you had a question, I wouldn't mind walking up to him. I tell the guys that, are trying to get familiar with him now, man, that he's very approachable, man. And if you have a question, don't be afraid to step to him.
Now, the Cowboys did make somewhat of a roster move. Tyrone Crawford was physically unable to perform after his hip surgeries. He was activated. He was out on the field. And, fellas, when the first team defensive line was out there, Tyrone Crawford was at one of the defensive tackle positions.
Now, Dontari Poe was not working today. He is still on active PUP. But, of course, DeMarcus Lawrence was out there at left end, and last year's defensive captain talked about the fact that these players have decided in training camp to form their own training camp bubble.
Yes. I mean, just like, earlier when we was talking about, the bubble, so they put in place that we're going to, stay together for 2 weeks to lower the concerns and be more around each other and get that team chemistry that we're going to need in order to, reach our goals. And also, basically, helping us be around the same group and quarantining together. So it really helps us and ease our minds knowing that we got a big team and, everybody is clean and, no infections or anything. So we can go out there and, play and have fun.
Fingers crossed it continues to work. No practice tomorrow, but we will hear from Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy, and Mick and I will be back with more about that at this same time tomorrow on Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford.
Inside Cowboys Training Camp, presented by Ford, was brought to you by AT&T. Sleep Number, the Sleep Number 360 smart bed, helps everyone from parents to pros improve their performance through quality sleep. Only at a Sleep Number store. Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. And by the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.